15 Arizona on CW61.
So we are in weather action mode here at ABC 15 with more snow falling in the high country and rain in parts of the valley. Gosh, it's creating slick conditions for your morning commute.
And I've got to look at that for you in my traffic report. I'm Megan Thompson watching this for you as we do have road closures there in the high country as that snow and rain mix coming down. Also, the man accused of stabbing 4 Idaho college students to death will be in court today. What we know about the process to get him back to Idaho to face his charges.
Do you take your password security seriously? All new this morning, the Let You Know team showing us the most common mistakes we all make and how to make our logins more secure.
We do want to begin our team coverage, though, on this weather action day.
Yes, I'm Allison Rodriguez alongside Justin Pizzera this morning, and it has been a record-setting new year already in our state. In the last 48 hours around the state, we've seen major flooding in some parts with heavy rain and snow coming down since Sunday.
In Gila County, a driver needed to be rescued after crossing the barriers at the Tonto Creek. Thankfully, the rain is clearing up in the valley, but winter weather alerts do stay in place for the high country. We want to get over to our meteorologist, Iris Hermosillo, for the latest on that.
And you know, the Tonto Basin remains under a flood warning, so a reminder that you should not try to cross those flooded roadways or creeks, or again, you could put yourself in a very dangerous situation where you need to be rescued or worse. So I encourage you to just try to find an alternate route. I know it's very difficult in that area because that oftentimes is a one-way through if you're trying to leave that Tonto Basin area, but a reminder that that area is still under a flood alert, and it will remain under a flood alert through tonight, potentially even longer as we track more rain and snow across the state, and we could continue to see the water rise in that area of the Tonto Basin. For the valley, we've got lingering showers, but they're really starting to wind down quite a bit, and by this afternoon, I think we're dry. For the high country, though, I'm seeing that snow begin to expand a little further north again, back into spots like Flagstaff, and we could still pick up anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of additional snow today after all of that snow we received Sunday and yesterday. Here's Desert Doppler radar. Let me take you into where it's snowing right now. It's essentially all along the I-17 that we're seeing that rain and snow mix. That snow, of course, over the higher terrain with snow levels down about 4,500 feet. So anything above that, likely getting some snow in areas along I-17. Flagstaff included, areas near Sedona. Then you see a little bit of a changeover to that rain. The area in the purple, that's icy conditions as we see that mix, that rain snow mix there in that area of the I-17 between Camp Verde and Sedona. You'll notice too that those snow showers are extending to the east, so they will continue to expand east along the Mogollon Rim. For the valley, most of us are drying out, but there are still some showers that are tracking up now by Deer Valley and by Anthem and along the I-17 north of the 303. That area will continue to get some showers here over the next couple of hours. For Phoenix, those rain chances trend down through the day. We're at 49 now. The high only 58 with partly cloudy skies this afternoon. We'll talk about when the snow will end up north in that full forecast still ahead. But in the meantime, Megan Thompson joining us now with a look at that morning drive. And Megan, you've been watching the roads up north and here in the valley.
Yeah, we still have closures to tell folks about, all because of that rain and snow that you have been tracking for us, Iris, over the last couple of days now. And this continues to be a trouble spot right near the Grand Canyon. Likely many folks wanting to make that trip to see that natural wonder of the world. But unfortunately, the SR-64 is closed in both directions in that spot once again this morning between milepost 242 and 269. Those ADOT crews trying to use those snow plows as much as they can, but it's just not safe for you to travel in that area now. We're looking at some of that activity as we've merged our traffic and our radar maps. Right now, where we're seeing some of that rainfall, we are also seeing some slowdowns in the high country, especially. As for the valley, though, many folks heading back to work here this morning after the holiday. We're seeing some of those normal traffic flows at this point of the morning and some issues off valley freeways. So Cave Creek Road at Grandview, we also have a crash there, and your drive time near about Desert Ridge from the North Stack to the 51 is about 9 minutes at average speed, right around 45 miles per hour. I'll check those typical trouble spots for you, like the 10 from the West Valley to the Phoenix Metro, coming up in just a few minutes.
So a lot of people in the high country, they're taking advantage of the winter weather. Some folks traveling to Flagstaff to play in the snow. Our Luz Delia Caballero is covering the latest for us.
It's a true winter wonderland here in Flagstaff, and it's been snowing on and off since we got here yesterday. Take a look around. It's absolutely breathtaking in this plaza. The trees covered in snow, the sidewalks and the roads blanketed in it. And while it is pretty, it's also really, really cold. And as that wind starts picking up, it feels a lot colder than it actually is. We also want to show you something else, something special. That's Panchito. He's Frosty's cousin. He's in his awkward stage, but he was born today out of fresh powder, which there's a lot of it on the ground. The Arizona Department of Transportation also reminding folks that if you don't have to be on the road in these very dangerous stormy conditions, stay home, stay cozy. But if you absolutely have to be on the road, plan ahead, leave with plenty of time, leave plenty of space between you and the car in front of you, and slow down. Reporting in Flagstaff, Lustelia Caballero, ABC 15, Arizona.
And because of this snow, the Blue Ridge Unified School District near Pine Top is canceling school today. Flagstaff Unified is on a 2-hour delay. We're going to keep looking for any closures or delays throughout the morning, but there's just a couple of them already today. With this winter weather moving in, of course, be sure to have that ABC 15 app handy for you, because you can get instant access to the hour-by-hour forecast and track the storm with our live radar.
It is the big story being talked about in the sports world. The Buffalo Bills providing an update on Damar Hamlin's condition after he collapsed during the Monday Night Football game between the Cincinnati Bengals last night. And the Bills, they tweeted overnight that Hamlin had suffered a cardiac arrest after tackling a Bengals player in the first quarter. The team going on to say he is currently sedated and listed in critical condition. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise with more.
This morning, prayers for Damar Hamlin.
We will all be doing a lot of that.
The 24-year-old Bills safety collapsing on the field in the first quarter after a tackle. The team releasing a statement overnight saying Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, adding that Hamlin is currently sedated and listed in critical condition. We have decided not to show the play, but a Bengals player rammed into Hamlin at full speed, appearing to hit him in the head and chest. Hamlin quickly stood up, took 2 steps, and then collapsed. Players were visibly distraught, some crying, others having to look away as medics performed CPR for several minutes before rushing him away in an ambulance to UC Medical Center in critical condition.
CPR, or cardiopulmonary resuscitation, is the action of pushing on the chest in a rhythmic fashion to generate blood flow. And it's only done for one thing and one thing alone, which is cardiac arrest.
A show of unity as players formed a prayer circle around Hamlin as medics worked, and now questions as to what led to the collapse.
Right now, it's impossible to tell. There are types of sudden cardiac arrest caused by arrhythmias that could happen after a hit, but they could also happen to someone sitting on the sidelines. There's other types of cardiac arrest that occur after blunt force trauma to the chest.
The Bills posting a montage of well wishes for Hamlin. Fans have also been donating to a fundraising site that Hamlin recently posted to raise money for a toy drive.
3rd annual toy drive, man. We're doing it for the kids, having a good time, man. So let's get back to it.
That site had a $2,500 goal. It quickly topped millions of dollars overnight. No word yet on when that game will be rescheduled. Some of his teammates were seen overnight arriving at the hospital, but you could feel it watching the game live and even seeing reaction from fans and players. The top concern for everyone over everything, Hamlin's safety. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Well, many across the football world taking to Twitter to express their support.
Yeah, the Arizona Cardinals are among those posting messages saying that they are sending prayers to the Buffalo Bills and Damar Hamlin. Football is family. Cardinals players also taking to social media. J.J. Watt says the game is not important. Damar Hamlin's life is important. Please be okay, please. And then former Cardinals Larry Fitzgerald says praying for Damar Hamlin. The entire world is lifting this young man up.
9, another big story developing today. The suspect in the Idaho college student murders heading to court for an extradition hearing.
Let's get over to Amelia Fambiano now, who has been following this case for weeks. And Amelia, there are still so many unanswered questions in this.
And we're hoping to get more answers today on whether 28-year-old Bryan Kohberger knew any of the victims, why he allegedly carried out these 4 fatal stabbings. If not today, then hopefully soon when he gets extradited to Idaho. That's the first step in the process. He needs to be extradited to Idaho. He is expected to make his first appearance in a Monroe County, Pennsylvania court at 3:30 this afternoon Eastern Standard Time. That's the county he was arrested in last week. There, a judge will formally read him his charges. Then his public defender has said he expects the suspect to be moved to Idaho within 72 hours of today's hearing. The probable cause affidavit remains sealed until he makes that return to Idaho under Idaho state law. That document's really important here. It'll ideally give us a lot of the answers we don't know, a lot of the narrative here from police that cannot be released just yet due to these court procedures. The families of those 4 victims, of course, also looking for answers in this devastating situation. The suspect's attorney has indicated Kohberger will waive extradition today to expedite his transport to Idaho. He's also said the suspect is eager to be exonerated of the charges. We'll be back with more headlines at 8 o'clock right after this break.
When the big story breaks, we've got you covered. Thanks for making ABC 15 Arizona your choice for local news.